Busan worked as a wartime capital, and we are crossing over this beautiful river called Suyanggang River in the northern part of Busan. Busan itself is so many mountains. So actually, the name of the city Busan, Bu means it's. We use two different Chinese character with the same pronunciation. So in the beginning, we use a Bu as like a rich, plenty, like that. So we have plenty of mountains. So San means mountain. So we have so many mountains because our peninsula, over 70% of our territory is a mountain, especially the highest mountain range stretches from north to south along the east coast. So since Busan is on the east, more mountainous than the Seoul. So our Seoul is very flat by the river estuary called the Han River. Han River, Han means a big river. Okay, it starts from this mountainous area in Gangwon and running to west because the west is lower. And it's still very flat, and compared to east, flat and fertile land. So in the ancient time, when we had three Korean kingdoms period like this, we had the Goguryeo and Shilla and Baekje. Those kingdoms period, actually the three Korean kingdoms keep making like a balance, but keep fighting each other actually to occupy the Seoul section. Because it's a very fertile land, produce many rice, and then this is the quickest route to China, right? Quickest sea route to China. So actually, whoever out of the three kingdoms occupied the Seoul section was the strongest at the century. So this is our biggest territory in our whole history, occupying this many the size of the Manchuria area by the Goguryeo kingdom and Shilla.
Busan branch.
Later, actually,
So
around 7th century,
join us as
conquered
we
Baekje and Goguryeo
travel
and
back in
united our
history.
kingdom.
Thank you for
And then for about
joining.
500
And
years,
let me
from
know
10th to 14th
where
century,
you're joining in
our
from.
country was called
Naka.
Goryeo, and from 14th century, late 14th century to 1910, we were called the Joseon. So there are many. Joseon was a kind of the country, the Korea, especially during the Joseon dynasty. Every detail records were left over. Like Joseon or Korea is called as a country of the record. Has left a huge amount of the documents. So this is the current border between Korea and China, and then out of all mountains, actually this is the highest mountain called the Baekdu Mountain. So Baekdu means white hat. So from here, this is called the Tuman and Yalu River. So pretty. Yalu River part's been solid border between Korea and China over 1,000 years, are pretty secure. So that means that we lived in here, even though we had some attack from north, from China, Mongolia, from southern Japan, but we kept our dynasty and kingdoms for quite long years, right? So this is the current border between north and south, called the DMZ. It's been fenced around after armistice agreement signed up by the U.S. U.S. and actually UN and North Korea in 1953. We've been totally separated. Over 73 years. Yes. So Busan is as the second largest city with a 3.3 million population. Our capital Seoul. It used to be reached up to 10 million, but now it's going down because of the very low birth rate. But still, almost 50%, more than 50% of South Korean people living in this single province called the Gyeonggi province, with the capital and the third largest city, Incheon. Yeah, you must be arrived at the Incheon airport, right?
Busan,
so Incheon is west of Seoul.
Second largest city in Korea,
and
we're here as part of the World Heritage Center
most of the South Koreans living in the
so
seven
this is
cities,
my
including
this
Seoul,
is my
Incheon,
card,
Daejeon,
official
Daegu, my
card
hometown,
that I have to
Busan,
wear all the
Busan, and
time.
Gwangju, like
It's
that.
a very secure, high,
Busan, since I
high
mentioned before, it was
meeting.
during the Korean War.
But
it was a
we have a lot of
wartime
ambassadors,
capital, so
we have a lot
the
of
population before the war and
ministers
now
from all
during
over
the
the
war
world.
was really
But
drastically
today
changed.
we are going to the
When
National
North
Archives.
Korea attacked us, more than 1 million people, refugee, rushed to Busan. So you've been to downtown area, right? Today we don't have time to go to the downtown near the port area because from the Bexco area mainly developed within 30 years, and especially the east part. Are you staying near the Bexco? Yeah. So you didn't go to the Haeundae Beach?
Last
You
night.
you went to beach for dinner, alright? So, 첫날 어디 갔어? One day, you went to the original downtown, and then Haeundae also? No. Only the old downtown, near the Nampodong area or near the port? Yeah. You went to the modern contemporary museum, right? Yes. Yeah. Observatory? Observatory means the Busan Tower? Okay. Meteorologist, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so today our tour from the Bexco here, and our city, Metropolitan City Hall is in the middle of the town. So today, visit the Busan Museum, which is in the middle of next to the UN Memorial Cemetery. Yeah. When we return from museum, we will Diamond Bridge again, right? So Busan is a very complicated to drive. It's really hard to drive. When you see the coastal line in the southern part, yeah, South Ocean has a very indented coastal line, and then from east to west is a very wide arranged. So it's the largest container port. So on the first day when you go to the downtown area, you must saw the big container yard, right? So Busan is the biggest container port in Korea, and especially South Korea, we don't have that much natural resources, only enough cement, right? And so we have to import the raw material and make parts and export through our port. That's how we make money to run our economy. So Busan is the biggest container port. Almost close to 85 to 90% of containers are handled through our port. And the downtown area, that size, yeah.
The coffee
And
shop.
on the west end of Busan,
Arabic Korea.
our government to build a very big size of container port by eliminating some the islands and then reclaim the land and making this a huge container port. So it's used to be fourth or fifth. Now it's about sixth largest container port in the world, handling almost close to 30 million TEU containers a year. In terms of transshipment port, Busan ranked as the second largest container port in the world because we are the last biggest port to North and South America route. So many countries, they bring their containers and coming to Busan port and move to the bigger containers and then heading to the North and South America side. So it's been the seashore line has been changed from the original coastal line a lot. Especially from 1910 to 1945, we were under Japanese ruling, and Busan is the closest city from Japan actually. So especially this port area has been reclaimed. When you see the map, any straight line. It's all reclaimed. Even the high rise you see from the Bexco, you see the high rise, right? Most of them are built on the reclaimed land. So those area reclamation started very early from 1900. So to connect the east to west part of Busan, actually our government built 7 bridges above the ocean to make a quicker route because using old road and then it's too far away and then it's not safe. So the big fast sea line belt, including some 7 bridges from the east, Diamond Bridge, Southward Bridge, So there are 7 bridges to connect to the west. And between the two, each bridges is non-stop driving, either above the road or the underground or in the mountain tunnels like that. So it's very quick. Okay, so not only the historical site, Busan is a very the modern city with lots of industries. Since some of you have been to the modern contemporary museum, you must have saw some old photo or video of the Busan during the wartime period. And before the Korean War, the population was only a little over 300,000 people. But since it was a sudden attack from North Korea, all of a sudden in Sunday morning at 4 a.m., so when war broke out, including our president, everybody moved to south to survive actually, since we didn't have, yes. Why they attacked us? Okay, let's see. During the Japanese occupation, our patriots they had to go to some like China or even Russia. Some of them went to US and then to do the independence movement, to our country to back. Some of them they followed. They were tied up with the Soviets, right? So in 1945, after 2 atomic bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, our country liberated once the Japanese surrendered. And right before that, actually, the superpowers at the time, under the Cold War, they had a meeting how to manage this Korean peninsula after the Japanese occupation. So they decided, the US, UK, Soviet Union and then China, they had a meeting and then decided to divide our country in 2 parts. So from 1945 on August 15, when we were liberated, at that same day we were separated on top of the Third Peril. So from that date for 3 years, south of the Third Peril, we ruled from US.